All right, y'all. Welcome back to Philly D's Garage. I got the GS in here, man. So the GS had a boo-boo, so we here to fix it. So yeah, so the GS been in here for a minute, man. I lifted it up. That's all I did was lift it up. But apparently I got a brake line leak, which I don't understand how that happened. But the first thing I did was check my brake fluid after I pulled it in, and the brake fluid is definitely low. So I'm like, all right, it's definitely a brake leak. So I jacked it up in the back so far, and the leak is right in one of the worst spots. It ain't that bad. I thought it was above the fuel tank. So then I would have obviously had to drop the fuel tank, but it's like right there. I'm gonna pull this wheel off real quick. That's what I need to do so I could get y'all in there a little closer to that. So yeah, let me rip this tire off real quick, then we're gonna go from there. All right, so let me grab a 19, should be a 19 millimeter. Get those wheels off. I'm so glad it wasn't above the fuel tank, because I did not want to drop that thing, man. We're gonna pull out the air cat. The air cat. The beast of all beasts. We got some air in the tank, but we got almost 120 pounds in there. See if we can rip this tire off. Air cat. Got him. One down. Don't y'all hate when the lug nuts get stuck inside the gun, inside the socket? I hate that shit. Yo, come on. Get in there. I can't remember the last time I took these wheels off, y'all. It's been a minute. I ain't got that much air in the tank. It takes a lot to get that, to move this gun. Oh yeah, we got 2 more to go. There we go. Yeah, boy. Oh, there's an infinity cover right there. Holy shit. I've been looking for that. Alright, y'all. We are up in the business now. Look at my GM performance struts just rotted out from being on the East Coast. Just give me a light real quick. Damn, look at the GM performance struts. They just, oh my God. I remember when I did these are the Moog stabilizer link, servo links. Beefy, like these are like 3 times the size of the original. All right, y'all, so the brake leak is literally right here. Right here. At first I thought it was above the fuel tank, but well, technically it is where it's at, but the tank is here. But I ain't gotta drop it because it's right here. Only thing I gotta do is work my way. I might have to cut this insulator here off. Hold on, y'all. I just gotta show y'all my young boy out there cutting the leaves and shit with the saw. Oh, look at my young boy. He getting all old and shit. Oh, God. All right, y'all. Let's get back to work. All right, y'all. So I'm gonna bring it on a little closer. Let me get something to sit on real quick. So I'm not sure what this this rubber thing is that's going around the first of all, y'all, this thing right here is a beast. I've been using this now for like, I don't know, like 6-7 months. I don't know, it's just a little thing you can sit on, lay on, whatever. It's like a creeper. All right, let's get in here. So here's the brake line that's leaking. It's leaking right here. Okay, and then they got this black thing here. I'm not sure what that is. I think it's just an insulator, just a, I don't know, help with vibration or some shit with the brake line. Not really sure, but it got to be something from factory. So what I might just do is just cut it here and cut it on the other side and just put a I'm just going to bridge it with a new piece of brake line, because my only other option is to replace this entire line from the ABS unit up front all the way to the passenger rear tire, which is where this brake line is going to that caliper on that side. But I ain't trying to do all that, to be honest. I can do it, but I don't want to do it. So I'm gonna make this a little quick, easy repair. Cut it here, cut it on the other side. Use some pressure fittings, compression fittings. And I'm gonna patch it up, guys. So I ordered a bunch of fittings from Amazon. 3/16. I already have some brake line. Got a little cutter to cut. I have some fittings here, but I only have one set, so that's what made me order some more. So yeah, let's get to it. We're gonna cut that one side out, cut the other side out, put a little intermediate pipe in there. I'll probably end up bleeding the brakes. I might just bleed all, you know, I'll probably just bleed the whole system while I'm at it. Fresh brake fluid. Last time I did this was maybe 3 years ago when I flushed all the fluid out. So it's about time to do it again anyway. Y'all should know that, because brake fluid is hydrosophic, which means it can absorb moisture, which means over time your brake fluid would basically become water, and you won't really be able to stop that well. So, you know, it'll take a long time for that to happen, you know, extreme situations, but you want to probably brake flush your system maybe twice, 3 times a year, maybe. It just depends. I don't know. Everybody got their own opinion. I haven't did mine in years, but I get what I'm saying. Check this shit out. Look at this shit. This is from sitting up under a tree, and this car wasn't even under the tree that long, yo. And look what this tree, what these trees do. Look at this shit. It's like molded in, because once it rains and all that shit, all that turns into like a mud. Man, I gotta wash my car, man. Look at this. Oh man, that shit is so embarrassing, yo. I can't be looking like that. All right, y'all. So what I'm gonna do is basically I'm going there. Like I said, I'm gonna cut the line out, get a piece, bridge it. You know what I mean? Fold it in there, keep it pushing. So stay tuned. I'll keep y'all posted. So let me show y'all what I did real quick. So I ended up peeling off the rubber that was right here. I just took a razor and I just took a regular razor and just sliced it off. It's literally just rubber. Like, gotta be something from factory, whatever. So I just took it off so I could get a better look at what's going on in here. And it's actually leaking right here, like in this area right here. So I wanted to peel that back to see how bad this was, and also to see how far I can go back, how much room I got back here to put my fittings on, because you know the space get tight back here. You don't want to have to drop the tank. You don't want to have to drop this rear cradle. you don't want to have to do all that. So I want to make sure I can, you know, at least get back here, put my fitting at least here, bridge it up in here, and put my other fitting here, and call it a day. So I may have enough room in there to do that, but as y'all can see, stuff from factory is not always the best thing. Like that rubber, for whatever reason they had it there, which was probably just for like vibration probably, but as you can see, it causes more issues, rust, and your brake lines start leaking. Now I drove this car and literally days prior to me finding this out. So I mean, that could have blew out on a highway while I'm doing, who knows how fast I could have been going, you know. So everything the manufacturers do is not always the best thing, you know. So just keep that in mind. So so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and cut this out right here and there, and get this new line in. Let's go. All right, y'all. So I got the that brake line out from out the car. So this is how I was sitting in there from this end to this end. This is where the rubber was at. So I cut that rubber off. So as you can see, this is actually where that pinhole leak was at. So I just went a little further. I just cut that whole piece out. So, because eventually this is all going to leak. It's going to leak eventually. So this is the piece. So what you want to do is you want to take your new brake line, right? Basically, you want to get the same length, right? This is about the same length right here. So we're gonna take our tool right here, and we're actually going to cut that. Show y'all how to cut a brake line real quick. So once you get your hold on, let me go the right way. So once you get your line in there like this, just get it lined up, and then basically all you gotta do is just spin this, keep spinning it, go back and forth like this, spin it, tighten it, spin it, spin it, spin it, spin it, tighten it, spin it. There you go, and it'll pop right off, just like that. So now we got our length. I got a little bit extra, but it's better to have a little bit extra than not to have enough, right? So that's how you cut a brake line. Now over here, I actually used my smaller brake tool. As you can see, this is much smaller. It's much smaller than this. All right, it's way smaller. So the reason why I use the smaller ones is because I couldn't get up in here because it's so tight. So if you have the same issue like me, because more than likely all Regals and probably Grand Prix, W bodies is going to have their brake line set up the same way with that insulator on there, and more than likely yours might rust out in the same spot. So I had to use a smaller brake tool to get up in here to get those lines off. So yeah, so the next move I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna get the fittings, right? I'm gonna show y'all real quick what I'm about to do, because once I come back, it'll probably be in there. So you take your fitting, take them apart. On the side of there, you got these little balls. The other side, you got a ball. I ain't did this in a while. I think the last time I did this, I was at Midas, and I had a BMW that came in and had a brake line leak. And he's like, yeah, just put a pressure fitting on there. And you take this, stick it on there, then you put Oh, I'm doing this totally wrong. So, hold on, y'all. I gotta remember myself. So you put the fitting on there, then you slide this on here just like this. And then you'll have this guy that goes in the middle, right? And then you take that ball there, it's gonna push up against that, and then that's gonna screw onto that. And then the other side, obviously, that you're gonna hook up to, you're gonna slide this ball onto there, just like this, and then you're gonna put this end on just like this, and then you're gonna connect them just like that. So you'll have two lines just like this, and that's how you connect it. That's how you use compressor fitting, just like that. Then you tighten this down all the way down to super tight. Not super tight, you don't want to strip it, but super tight where it won't leak. All right, so that's basically what I'm about to do. I don't really have to bend this to shape because it's pretty much, it's a straight shot from where it's at. So I got the brake line in. I got the new brake line is in there, as y'all can see. Got a fitting here, and I got the fitting way up in there. So now if you guys just so happen to get a leak right here where I got my leak at, just know that it's going to be a tight spot, but as long as you get your hand in there, you can do it. So I got the line in there just like I showed you guys, and I put a zip tie here. So I realized this wire was hanging that I didn't know about, and it just made everything look nice. All right, so next step is, it look pretty, right? I like that. Look factory? Nah, I don't look factory. So next step is to put brake fluid in this thing and make sure that we have no leaks. So we got the brake reservoir right here. Take this off. Let me get a light real quick, y'all. See what we got in there. More than likely is empty, right? So if you ever want to check to see how much is in your reservoir, easy way, get your flashlight and put your light on the other side of the reservoir, and then you can easily see what's in there. And as y'all can see, I'm empty. So yeah, it's a little bit in there. I don't know if y'all can see that. So if it goes all the way down, then that means air is going to get in your system. So I don't think no air got in there, but still, my system was open because it had a leak. So we got to bleed it, y'all. I think I got some brake fluid somewhere. Let's see what we got down here, bro. See what we got, bro. Holy shit, there's so much dust on this stuff. It's a bunch of plastic dip when I used to do plastic dip on everything. Look how much dust is on this. I used to plastic dip shit. Let me see, is this brake fluid? Holy shit, man. This stuff is so old, man. I don't even know if I should use this. That's all I got. It can't be that old. Let me see, what else I got in here? Let me see what I got. I got a bunch of products. Nope, I don't think that's power steering fluid. All right, y'all, so this is all I got, is just brake fluid here. It's pressed on. Let's clean it up just a little bit. Make it look like it's new. I can't tell y'all how old this is, but it's pretty old. I don't know how old it is. It's really not that good to use fluid that's been sitting in an open container this long either, because it's just like your brake system. This can become hydroscopic. Well, it is. You can get water in this just like you could get water in your brake system. So let me grab a funnel real quick. Over here in my funnel section. more like this. I got so many funnels, it's not even funny. Can never have too many funnels. So we're gonna sit this guy. Oh, fuck. He might not work, guys. He might not work. Yeah, that'll work. All right. Let's get the brake fluid. Ah. This thing got a kung fu grip. Oh, man. All right, so we're gonna pour a little bit of brake fluid in here. Whoa! Whenever you guys are using a funnel, make sure you wipe it out first. And I knew better, and that's why I caught myself. You gotta wipe it out. You don't know what the hell is in there, or what's been in there. Could be oil, could be training fluid, could be whatever. You don't want that going into your brake fluid. Your brake fluid is probably one of the most sensitive systems on your car, other than your transmission fluid. I don't know, all of them is fucking pretty important. You don't want to really mix nothing that ain't supposed to be mixed, all right? So let me just clear that up. Let me see if that'll work. Come on with the ads, bro. Come on with the ads. So we're gonna put the brake fluid in there. We're gonna fill her up. Fill her up. Now, I'm gonna bleed my brakes, so I don't really want to bore you guys with that, but I'm going to start from the front to back. Most mechanics might tell you to bleed from the back to the front, or most manuals might tell you to bleed from the back to the front, but I've been bleeding from the front to the back for a little bit now, for about, I don't know, maybe 3-4 years now. So it's like, why take all your old fluid, brake fluid, and push it through the whole system just to come out the back and then work your way forward? It makes no sense. You might as well suck your fluid from out of here, any dirty fluid, suck that out, fill that up, then bleed from the front, back. So you just pulling brand new fluid through your system instead of starting from the back and you're sucking old fluid through your system. I don't know if that makes sense to you guys, but I've been doing it for about 3-4 years now. So so as you can see, I'm full now. You take your light and go on this side like I told you, and look, you can see how much fluid is in there. It's full, so you're not really going to see it move that much. So what I'm going to do is right now, because I'm going to bleed my whole system, I'm going to start from the front and work my way to the back. So now I got to lift the front up. So I don't want to bore you guys with that. So what I'm going to do is, real quick, just to make it quick for you guys, I'm going to pump up my brake, push the fluid through the system, and I just want to show you guys that it's not leaking no more, okay? So we can confirm the fix. And I should have showed you guys when it was leaking, but as you can see, I got a rag here, and when I pulled it in, it was just dripping all the way back, and I threw a rag under here to catch it, because it was dripping all over my fuel tank and all that shit. But while we under here, guys, let me just show you something. If you stayed here this long, you deserve to see this. Y'all can see the whole bottom of my car is dynamited. All up under here. What y'all know about that? Y'all know nothing about that. See that? Everything underneath my car is dynamited. All the way up. That's supposed to help sound dead in your car. So my car would sound like a Cadillac if I didn't have a 3-inch exhaust on it, sounding like an airplane. But yeah, y'all, so y'all see the brake line here. There's no leaks currently because there's no fluid in there, but I'm about to go pump it up, and we're going to make sure that there's no leaks, before I let you guys go. Because once I let you guys go, I'm gonna sit here and bleed the system and take this thing for a drive. But I guess that would be the real test, right? Test drive. Y'all might want to see that bonus footage. All right, so right now I'm pumping it up. As you can see, my Dragon Ball Z slippers. I don't play around. Dragon Ball Z is the shit. If you like Dragon Ball Z, comment below. Let me know how you like Dragon Ball Z. All right, so we pumping it up. Pumping it up. Now you're gonna have some. It's gonna feel spongy and all because I haven't bled the brakes yet. But I'm just trying to push some fluid through the system, just to show you guys that I don't have any leaks. And you don't want to press the brake too hard. You don't want to just like jam on your brakes. You never want to do that. All right, so you guys are seeing what I'm saying. As of right now, I have no leaks at all. So, and then you got the light reflection of the light. I don't want that to mess up anything, but as of right now, I have no leaks. Everything is looking pretty good. So yeah, so I'm gonna bleed these brakes, y'all. Brand new fluid, brake fluid all through the system. Get all the air out, take it for a test drive. And yeah, man. So if y'all dealing with any W body guys out there, if y'all dealing with a fluid in the same location, there's your quick fix right there. There you go. So now I got brakes again. Fresh fluid will be in there. And brakes is good still. Changed the brakes not too long ago. So yeah, man, if y'all enjoyed the video, y'all enjoyed the quick fix, y'all enjoyed the little bit of knowledge I showed you guys how to, you know, I didn't have to flare the brake line because I use fittings. So if I had to flare the brake lines, that's a whole nother kit. That's a whole nother kit. You want to use something like this, you gotta flare it. I think I got another kit too somewhere, but this is actually my dad's kit. So I used it a few times, same thing. But yeah, man, quick fix, y'all, man. I just wanted to bring y'all along. Hopefully y'all enjoyed it. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll check y'all on the next one. Bonus footage. Y'all know I had to do some bonus footage. So I'm bleeding the brakes now. I got this container here I've been using before I was even a mechanic. This thing here, so basically it's just a tube, and then you got, well, it's a bottle, then you have the tube that runs to your bleeder on your caliper. So right now I'm just gravity bleeding it. I'm just letting it bleed itself. It's just pushing itself out. I actually got a power brake bleeder somewhere. I don't even know where it's at. I actually bought that before I became a mechanic also. I don't even know where that's at. But this is what I usually use when I'm by myself or don't have nobody to press the brake. I'll hook this up just like this. And as you can see, the fluid is coming out by itself. I haven't even touched the brake. But the bleeder is open. Right here, it's open. I go in here, I'll push the brake. Push all that old fluid out. It smells so good in this GS, man. This thing, oh my God. Y'all should smell this car, y'all. I ain't never smelled a car that smells so good. Smells so good. We in Philly D's garage. If y'all didn't know by now. See how much fluid, see, y'all can see the fluid down there. See it coming out? So we're getting the dirty fluid out. And we're gonna put new fluid in. Let that drain down. This is how you bleed your brakes, guys. Pretty simple. And while you're bleeding your brakes, you wanna watch your you wanna watch the level. Because again, you don't want your level to get too low, because then you'll start sucking in air. All right. Let me press the brake just a little bit more. All right. I'm still watching and make sure that these brake lines don't leak. You don't want no leakage. All right. So you got fluid is building up. So right now I'm just showing you guys how to bleed your brakes. I just wanted to show you guys that in case, you know, you guys were wondering. I didn't want to leave you hanging like, well, how do you bleed the brakes? So I'm showing you. So usually, like, if you have somebody to help you, they'll pump up the brake, pump it, and then hold it. And then they'll hold it down, and then as you crack your bleeder open and close it, because you don't want air to go back in, and then you repeat that process over and over and over and over. All right. So, but if you by yourself, like me, you just press the brake, press the brake, press the brake. Watch your brake fluid in the reservoir, and as this gets more comes into here, you fill up your reservoir. You just repeat that on all your wheels. Like I said, I will go from the front to the back, but however you do it, you just want to make sure you get the new fluid, the old fluid out and the new fluid in. That's the whole goal. So whichever way you go is the way you go. But I'm gonna end it at that, man. This car is gonna be good. We're gonna get back on the road and we're gonna burn some rubber. All right, y'all, I'll catch you on the next one.